Normal psychic life depends upon the good functioning of brain synapses, and mental disorders appear as a result of synaptic derangements. It is necessary to alter these synaptic adjustments and change the paths chosen by the impulses in their constant passage so as to modify the corresponding ideas and force thought into different channels. These were the words of Egas Moniz, a guy who was awarded a Nobel Prize for improving symptoms of anxiety, paranoia, and hallucinations by dissolving the frontal lobe with alcohol. He believed that mental illness was explained solely by bad synapses in the frontal lobe, and the solution was to get rid of those synapses. Lobotomy. He got a Nobel Prize for lobotomy. How can damaging someone's brain seem therapeutic? Well, they're using pictures as medical evidence. There's also racism and sexism. It's also the result of being narrowly focused on symptoms and synapses. Before brain injury, delusions. After brain injury, voila, no delusions. How can we avoid making such a horrifying mistake? Robert Sapolsky's countermeasure is in his approach to understanding human behavior. Why did the human cross the road? Robert Sapolsky is the author of the book Behave, and has the job of explaining the human's behavior to us. As a neurobiologist, Sapolsky can confidently say that if you ignored the biology of the human, then you would be missing something important in your explanation. But if you only focused on the biology of the human, then you would be missing something just as important. So, what to do about explaining this behavior?
Okay, who thinks it's all explained by nature? Who thinks it's all explained by nurture? Who think there's a magnificent, fascinating, nuanced interaction between nature and nurture? Yay, okay.
It is complicated. There are many factors to consider. That human who crossed the road has a history, an ecosystem, a culture, a hormone, more than one neurotransmitter. Traditionally, we break these factors up into different categories. If you want to study the history, well, take up some evolution. You want to know more about the hormonal factors? Talk to your friendly neighborhood endocrinologist.
All they are different ways of expressing the same biological influences. If you say, ooh, here's a hormone that explains this behavior. This behavior is caused by hormone X. Hormone X is coded for by a gene. So suddenly you're not just talking about endocrinology, you're talking about genetics. And if there's a gene there, it has been subject to selection. So suddenly you're talking about evolution.
Sapolsky writes, "We cannot understand human behavior outside of this broad context of biology. At the same time, that very broadness means that such biology is intimately and symmetrically intertwined with the traditional domains of social science. There are not different disciplinary buckets. Instead, each one is the end product of all the biological influences that came before it and will influence all the factors that follow it. Thus, it is impossible to conclude that a behavior is caused by a gene, a hormone, a childhood trauma, because the second you invoke one type of explanation, you're de facto invoking them all." Why is the approach all by itself an idea worth remembering? Oftentimes, when explaining someone else's behavior, we like to rest on singular explanations. Moron. That's a bad person. That's why they crossed the road, they might say. Can you really rest on an explanation as short as that?